I'm concerned with what is going to be happening with search engines, but you just got to keep your ear to the street and know what's going on. But I see that trend with AI just having a lot of positive impact, but it's going to have some negative impact that you're going to have to be able to quickly adapt to, especially if you want to keep your sales and understand how your customer is using these products as well, and how your customer, maybe their buying patterns will change or how they find products will change. So, and we're going to kind of talk about that a little later with some other points, but that's it. AI is here to stay, and it will deeply impact e-commerce, and it's already doing it now. So I only see it getting more. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the 9% Show. I am your host, Steven Burton, and here at the 9%, y'all know we keep everything 100. If I haven't done it, not doing it, or not about to do it, it will not come out my mouth. So welcome everybody to the 9%. Like we always do around this time, we give a toast out there to the 9%ers and those that wish to get into the 9% club. Toast to y'all. All right. So this week we are going to be talking about e-commerce trends to watch for in 2024/2025, because we almost done with 2024. Is it just me out there, but do these months and these years just be flying by? So when I was thinking about these trends, I was like, well, I can't really just say this year. I'm like, this is stuff leading into next year too. And so yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. As y'all should know by now, I just straight love e-commerce. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for over definitely over 25 years, I think. Yeah. Of just doing e-commerce. So there's a lot of changes, a lot of exciting things happening in this world, a lot of challenging things. It is far from the days of just, opening, well, back in the day, it was kind of hard to do an e-commerce website, but they've made it a lot easier with Wix and Shopify and all these e-commerce platforms that just make it out of the box, and boom, next thing you know, you are an e-commerce store owner. But what is happening out there from an advanced level where you're really trying to take your stuff to the next level? Where do I see it going? What trends am I looking for? What trends am I applying in my own business? Just what's going on there. So yeah, we're gonna dive into 4 different trends that I see coming, and we're gonna talk about them and see where they go. Okay. So without further ado, let's dive into these things. So the number one thing is AI powered e-commerce. So AI is everywhere. You have to be asleep under a rock if you haven't heard the term AI, ChatGPT, Google Gemini. They got tons of things. I saw something just recently. Canva just released some stuff with AI, and they just doing everything. They taking you from here, sitting you to a beach real quick, snapping your fingers, and you got a drink in your hand, like just all type of stuff. There's freaking AI ads. They doing reels, and people doing testimonials for you. It's making you just wonder, like, what's real, what's fake? What do you even know? But the fact of the matter, it is here to stay, and it is highly affecting e-commerce for the good and some for the bad. So what I'm basically seeing is it really it's gonna double down on what's already going on. You're talking about from photography. Man, when I tell you the stuff that's going on with like Mid-Journey, the quality of photos and artwork that they're putting out, it just makes life a whole lot easier for an e-commerce store owner to get product out there quicker. I mean, I used to have to literally set up full blown photo shoots. If I wanted a photo shoot to match a blog topic, we had to make a styled shoot different from photo type of shoots. But now I literally can put it in the prompt and it can give me something that I could rock with. Or if I just needed a product only, a necktie, circled like this or round like that, it just allows for a lot of, from a creative standpoint to really, be advanced and save you a lot of time, sometimes save you a lot of money as well. Also things that's going on that is from your marketing standpoint, from your ad copy, what to say, your tone of voice, what is your brand story, all these type of things that maybe you needed a PR team to help you with this type of stuff, because I'm not no marketing guru, well, to that degree where I know how to, write a full press release and all this type of stuff, but Now I am. Now I am that. But when you know, even from the Facebook ads to Google ads, all these ad platforms, they have AI components to them. They can take your one product photo and just flip it up to be something else. Like literally, it's just making life a whole lot easier. But I would say what's going to make people stand out in that world is like you really still need to care about the details. You still need to see like because if it gets to a point, we don't know, it might oversaturate the market because anybody feels like they could start an e-commerce store, which it's really hard. And we'll kind of talk about that a little bit, but, it's hard to get a successful e-commerce store off the ground and just making tons of money. No matter what those little ads you see on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and TikTok says, like, oh, buy this course and you can make $10,000 like this. Like, it is a lot harder than that. But so I will say people will probably use it for these purposes and use AI to get themselves to certain points with their e-commerce store. But you still need to have a skill set of understanding what you're putting out there. If you're using AI for your product photos, for instance, and you just put in a prompt that you cannot repeat, and you're like, hey, it looks a little different, but it's close enough, or it doesn't look that realistic, and you put it out there, I mean, you gotta understand that you might want to try to get, your user might feel unsafe with, like, if they say that photo doesn't look real, or let's say they buy it and they get it and the product looks totally different from what they're seeing online. So you really got to put use it with a grain of salt, use it how I could, help you out, but you really want to double check it, triple check it, and also see how you can mix in your human skills with it. And I think that'd be the people that really take it to the next level. It's also you go see it affecting search engines even more. This is kind of from a negative side to me because I see that search engines, specifically like Google, I'm on a beta with their Gemini tied into Google. I've been on the beta with them for about, I don't know, maybe like 7 months now, 8 months now. And it's totally different from the search results that you get. I'm concerned that, if somebody searches for, red suit and they just give you a place to go to versus how, in essence, search engine works now where they give you a list of listings and you got to go out and search for the information. Like, they give you the best listings based on what your search query is, but you usually got to click through and find some stuff. But if you're saying, hey, what's the best place to buy a jump rope? And they just literally give you 3 sites and say, oh, here's the best things. Like, how are they picking these 3? Like, who is that? Like, I mean, that's where it becomes very, I don't know. It just, I'm concerned with what is going to be happening with search engines, but you just got to keep your ear to the street and know what's going on. But I see that trend with AI just having a lot of positive impact, but it's going to have some negative impact that you're going to have to be able to quickly adapt to, especially if you want to keep your sales and understand how your customer is using these products as well, and how your customer, maybe their buying patterns will change or how they find products will change. So, and we're going to kind of talk about that a little later with some other points, but that's it. AI is here to stay, and it will deeply impact e-commerce, and it's already doing it now. So I only see it getting more. Okay. The number 2 trend that I see going on is about SEO. So SEO is going to be more for expertise and not just keywords. So before you were just, stuff keywords in your meta tag, your meta description, your page title, but maybe on your page itself, you have a bunch of keywords and, people come to your e-commerce store and then they shop. But now you really have to change your thought process to being an expert in your space, giving valuable stuff, answering questions that people are searching for. Because tied into what's going to be happening with AI on search engine results, they're giving answers. So you want to put yourself in the best position where Google or any other, AI thing is going to be sourcing your site. So I think blog content is really going to be huge. I think just content in general, as far as like I said, just being an expert in your space, and using that strategy to get users to your e-commerce store that you hope that can convert. But it's really, I think SEO is just really expanding, and it's going to be a different strategy. And those that learn that as quick as possible will have success in the future with e-commerce. So I would definitely keep my eye out on those and those type of changes, and just really understand how you can answer some questions that your customer will ask. So whoever's in your industry, what are they pain points? What are they searching for? What type of information? Instead of just having a private product that solves it, also have a blog that supports what they're talking about and link that to your product. I mean, you got to be real smart and real witty when it comes to SEO nowadays. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna get into number 3. All right. The number 3 thing is, with all this AI thing I'm talking about here, is building trust in the AI world. I kind of touched on it a little bit with having that human interaction still, but it's going to be, I feel like in the future, 2024, 2025, it's going to be so much more important to share your brand story. Show the real people behind your e-commerce store. Like, mix in, if you're using some AI photos on your thing, mix in some humans. Like it's going to get to a point where people want to know that they're dealing with a real company that's really there and somebody they could really talk to. So I think it's going to be a lot more doubling down on that type of stuff. You're going to really be forced to, because like I said, you're going to find people that's going to be untrustworthy of a lot of e-commerce stores that's going to be heavily driven by AI and things like that. So I think if you're not already out there telling your brand story, being the face of your company, I'm for one person that kind of hates being the face of the company and being out there in the front. But you have to get outside your comfort zone and really get out there and be it. Because like I said, it's all about converting users into customers. And that brand loyalty, that brand trust, that is in a world where anything could be fake. I mean, just imagine, you need to separate yourself from your competitors, from anybody else, to say, hey, user, you can feel confident in us. We're real people. We're real humans. And I think it's going to really make a difference there. All right. Okay. The fourth trend that I see happening in 2024 going into 2025 is store owners are going to have to get tech savvy. Extremely tech savvy. I mean, it's really, when I talked about e-commerce earlier and I was like, man, it's hard to do. It is getting a lot harder. I just worked on building, it might be released by the time we drop this episode. Matter of fact, it should be released. It's kidsuits.com. And that was my time just starting a whole new e-commerce brand from scratch. And going through it and creating it again and starting from scratch and, building it, from ground up, I just realized how much stuff I naturally know, and then how much stuff like, man, this is some hard stuff. If I was just like, everything ain't out the box with Shopify, everything ain't out the box with these templates. And it's like knowing how social media ads and engagement is changing. And even when you deal with that and everything has leveraging AI with it, and you're like, do you know how to write a prompt? Do you know all this stuff? Do you it's just a lot. Like, everything is changing. Algorithms are changing. Even with Google ads, there's certain type of ads that they even pop up on YouTube TV, and it's structuring those and knowing how to do that. From the data to the analytics, Google Analytics, upgraded their platform just this past year, and it's a whole new thing to kind of figure out. Way tags on you and pixels on your website, it's just a lot. It's a lot. Even new ways that your customer is shopping. You talk about people being digital with voice. You got the Alexa, you got Hey Google, all this stuff, the smart home stuff. It's so much stuff that you have to keep your eye on with e-commerce now, and you have to build your store or adapt your store to whatever's going on. Heck, with Shopify just recently, it's probably happened. They're changing the checkout page. And it's they give you all this word and mumbo jumbo. And it's I might have to hire a developer just to update that. It's just a bunch of stuff that, I mean, from shipping, UPS and FedEx accounts, how they connecting to your store, and just everybody's updating something. And I just see it getting just really more. If you're not tech savvy and you're not really, knowing how to work things and really understanding how things work, I just feel like it's going to be really challenging, because the days of just, opening an e-commerce store and posting links somewhere is just over. So it's just, I really see it becoming whoever's just well versed with tech. It's just going to be much more demanding. And then, like I said, with these search engines are changing, how SEO is changing. Like, did you even know basic SEO? Now you're getting more advanced, like the strategy of getting customers to your website. Like, it's just going to get more complicated. And so, I highly suggest just, educating yourself, YouTube videos as much as you can. Like, I mean, it's just a lot going on. And, one good thing about 9%, we go try to stick with these trends. And as I go through it and as I learn it, I'm going to share it to y'all so we can all win. Okay. But yeah, those are the trends that I'm looking out for in 2024, 2025. What trends are you looking out for? Do you see anything happening? Put them in the comments. Does anything concern you with all this change, or anything you're super excited about? Please put it in the comments. I'd love to see what you're thinking about. I would love to check it out. Until next time, people, I will see you on the 9% show. Peace.